Snus is a moist oral tobacco product with roots dating back to the 18th century. It's considered one of the first novel tobacco products, as it took several centuries for other products such as heated tobacco, electronic cigarettes or nicotine pouches to emerge on the market as alternatives to cigarettes. Together with traditional cigarettes, novel tobacco products have found their place in the EU's tobacco directive. But this is not the case for snus, which has been banned in the EU since 1992. Snus advocates insist that the EU should reconsider its position on the product, which is still used in Sweden and non-EU countries including Switzerland and Norway.
The ban was put in place in 1992, before Sweden joined the European Union, and nobody cared. So that's why it was banned from the beginning. Now it's been banned for 30 years, and it's a shame, I think. But it's also interesting because we got a live experiment. What happens when a country has snus and when countries doesn't? So we were able to compare not only the use of snus in Sweden, but also the prevalence of smoking compared to other European countries. And it turns out, after 3 decades, Sweden is the European champions here.
The European Commission recently told Euractiv there is an ongoing assessment of the Tobacco Products Directive, and the future of snus in the EU will be based on this evaluation.
Sweden or some Swedish companies export snus to quite a lot of countries. One of the biggest markets right now is the US, which is also pretty fast growing. Norway is a country which has a lot of import of Swedish snus, and it's quite common to use it there. And we can see in the statistics that smoking amongst young people has decreased a lot, and instead they use snus.
According to Anders Milton, Sweden has the lowest incidence of lung cancer compared to other EU countries, and this is thanks to snus.
Because we have the lowest incidence of lung cancer within the European Union. We are lower than the average of the European Union. If the members of the men in the European Union would be using snus and cigarettes like in Sweden, I mean, if you go back a number of years, 30, 40 years, there are 350,000 fewer deaths per year of men in the European Union. I mean, it's a huge issue. It's a huge issue, and there are so many facts that speak for snus, because you don't get cancer.
In addition to smoking, the World Health Organization rejects all tobacco alternatives, including snus, as harmful for public health. Yet the World Health Organization insists there is an irreconcilable conflict between the tobacco industry and public health policy interests.